Sorry about that, but neighbors came by and wanted to ask a few things, so I had to talk to them. Yeah, Hazy did put 2 videos up. Hazy was going through some hard times and went for a drive, and people thought he was going to thought he was suicidal, I would say. I don't know. And I watched them both, and he got pulled over by the cops. Somebody called the cops on him, and he got pulled over by the cops, and he seems to be okay. I just watched his last video, and hopefully he is, and we'll see. I'm in the garage and working on the Camaro. We're going to, I did find a new camera. Real dinky little sucker. I don't know. Again, I'm not being able to see what I'm showing you guys. I got to look to my right over there to look at the computer monitor, and then that's all not showing too much because of the distance I'm away from it. So, Ian, what's going on? David Collins. Ian, thought of you. It's coming back into my neighborhood, and the neighbor's throwing out 2 washing machines and a dryer. And I thought of Ian. I said, boy, he would have loved to come by and get one, pick those up. Here, let's see. I know it's been a long time since I worked the laptop. See if we can do this. There. Let's see if we try this. There's the link if anybody wants to join in. So today I got the mount out, down off the camera, and what we got. Hold on, let me break the camera loose. Hang on, guys. And what we got out is my Home Pro rivet nut kit, and basically what we're going to do is we're going to drill 2 holes in the bumper, and those are going to be roughly 1/4 inch, and they have screws in them now. Then we're going to insert them into this tool and put them in the hole, and then clamp it, and it compresses this portion of the rivet. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to got the drill index out. We're going to step it up. We'll do a smaller one, and then we'll go to the 1/4 inch, which is right there on E, and we'll do that. So I got a 20-foot cable on the camera, so bear with me. Hopefully I don't unplug this. So we have the again, I can't see what I'm showing, but I have a tape measure, and we figured out the center of the bumper. We're going underneath the bumper, forward of or behind the license plate light. I was worried about that, so that's what we're going to do. Let's return the camera back to the tripod. And that's what we'll do. So let's see. Built the thing out of wood. You know, I'm not the greatest carpenter. I had to find a quick technique. I'm in bed this time of night, Tom, so I'll pass on the link. Okay. Yeah, no sense in having Ian live in from bed. So, and I'm working on the tool bench here, guys, so I'm taking the screws out of the rivets. Putting those there, getting that there. Let's see if I can turn this. There. And what I want to do is I want to put the camera back on the mount, and before I drill holes, and make sure that I'll have a way of routing the wires. So these tiny screws, gotta love it. My fat fingers and tiny screws. Captain Jerk, what's going on? Working in the garage, dude. Trying to mount a reverse backup camera. Reverse camera, backup camera. Whatever you want to call them. Breezy's Bike Shop, what's going on? I need somebody in here to read the chat to me. So, okay. There's going to be a lot of silence here. Trying to get this go back together. Should have never taken it apart in the first place, huh? All right. Let's go get the screwdriver. I sent the link to both my sons. I guess they're tied up. It is Saturday. And I guess they're tied up. Or it could probably pop over and knock open the garage door. I'm going to turn that heater off. It's getting awful hot in here. It's raining in Vegas. So I don't know if the NASCAR guys, I don't know if the NASCAR guys are going to get their race in. It's not going to rain tomorrow, but it is raining today. All right. I'm just having all sorts of fun trying to get this together. Definitely a fat finger Saturday here. Man, I'm having a hard time doing this. Quiet. It's real quiet in the garage. Should have never taken this thing apart. That's it. Start knocking everything over. So how's everybody's weekend going so far? We all know what happened to Hazy. Hope that dude's okay. And this is going to be a very boring show if you guys are going to sit there and I don't get nobody in this to watch. Okay, it's back on the mounts finally. All right, Bear with me, guys. Okay, I have to go and look and see what I'm showing you. How's that? Can you see the back bumper? All right. So what I want to do, I'm going to get down here in the ground, and I want to sit there and see if I can, where these wires are going to route. So if we mount it right about there. You take out one of the screws that hold the backup lights in, put a clamp there and hold the wire, and then turn it around, bring the wires up to here. Okay, that'll work. Alright. So I'll get the camera. I'll get the camera and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Oh, okay. So let me set that down. Let me grab this. Sorry for the shaky cam, guys. I'll show you what we're doing. Again, this is the center of the bumper right here on this line at the tape. So if the camera goes here and the wire comes, we can pull this screw out here. Hope everybody's seeing this. We can pull this screw out here, put a clamp, and then we'll drill a hole right here. Let's see, put the light back here. We'll drill a hole here in the back of the tail light panel, just like the grommet for the license plate light. Okay, you guys following me? Are you bored yet? And then we'll put a grommet here, and we'll run the wires into the tail light panel. So that's the goal for right now. So, okay, let me put you back up in the tripod. Again, sorry for the shaky cam. But I've been thinking of doing this from the garage for a while, and I'm soon begin to realize that I need somebody here, be a cameraman. So move this back to the tool bench. Okay, let's see. I'll get a couple of things in the chat. Put up your link, Tom. Oh, you want the link again? Okay. Captain Jerk's in the house.
How you doing?
Hey, Captain Jerk. Sorry about that. I was on the floor, man.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm perfectly okay to sit in the basement and just, just sit there. Whatever.
Well, I'm trying to show everybody what I'm doing, so.
It's damp, and there's lots of spiders.
No, not in here. It isn't. You're talking Vegas. We're talking dry. This is totally dry here.
But I live in New England where it's mucky and it's just humid.
But it is raining out. I will say that.
It's sunny here for a change. It was. The sun's going down though, because well, it's winter. The sun goes down before 5.
Yeah, well, I always got the garage up to 80 degrees. I got to shut this heater off. All right. Okay, so
David Collins, no, it's not new to have armed cops in UK. In the big cities, they have armed cops because they need armed cops in the big cities. London is one of the biggest cities in the world, period. Like Moscow, Tokyo, Cairo, and stuff like that. Those are the biggest cities on the planet. So, yes, all of those cities have well armed police officers.
you say that so nicely. Well-armed police officers.
Yeah, they carry extra clips.
Mhm.
Just saying.
That's what everybody asks about my Beretta. I carry that, and I carry 3 clips with it, and they're 17-round clips.
Yeah,
So
sounds pretty standard.
I don't want to run out of nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go mark some holes for the mounting bracket. So
Yeah.
we'll turn this back around.
Sure.
One of these times, I'm going to unplug this camera from the cord.
Point it down a little bit.
Huh?
Point it down a tiny bit.
Okay, hang on. Like there?
Perfect.
Just move it over to there, like that, there.
Oh, that's even better. I wasn't going to pick nits, but yeah, that's good.
All right. Let me get a pencil. Get my light.
Hey, Tom, I love your shirt, by the way.
Oh, thank you. It's an old one.
I know. I have the same one. I have 2 of them, actually.
There's a really unique story behind those.
I'm aware. I'm on the shirt.
And I'll just leave it at that. What I'm doing is putting a piece of tape down on the bumper.
Yep.
So I can mark where I want these holes drilled.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm centering up the bracket. And marking the holes. Okay.
King's Disaster Garage has entered the chat.
Uh-oh.
How are you, buddy? Wow. I have not seen hide or hair of this guy in a little bit. How you doing, man? King's Disaster Garage just came in the chat.
Oh, man, where's he been? I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for coming in. And yeah, you're right, David. Some of the Londoners are pretty rowdy. Yeah. The sun goes down and the weirdos come out, and yeah, it's a totally different scene. And funny enough, the weirdos from 30 years ago would actually, hesitate to venture out nowadays.
think the chuck of my drill just gave up. Nope. It's good. Now we're going to drill 2 holes.
It's good to stay busy, King's Disaster. Hey, you know, KDG, buddy, I really wish I could stay busy. You know, my only plight in life is pretty much lament at this point. That's pretty much all that I'm into right now. There's just nothing here.
If anybody goes into the basement, tell us in the chat.
Yeah, tell us in the chat or the private chat. One of the two. Awfully squeaky.
Battery's going dead.
Yeah. Hey, Ian, how you doing? Good to see you, buddy.
No, nobody's in the basement. Just
Yep, SEMA. All right, no doubt, no doubt. SEMA's nice. Never been, but probably never will.
SEMA's an awesome show.
Yeah, I'll probably never go. I've seen lots of videos about stuff from SEMA. And, yeah. Oh yeah.
Where else on a Saturday afternoon can you go and watch a fat old guy crawl around on a concrete floor?
Well, it's worse. Well, it could be worse. Could be me on the floor.
All right, now we're going to step it up to the 1/4-inch drill bit.
The only differences between me and you is a few years in age and a lifetime of experience.
A few years to age?
A few years of age and a lifetime of experience.
Okay. Hurts to watch, Tom. I like what David just said.
Well, he's spry. He doesn't need a walker yet. Oh yeah, I'm sure it is, buddy. I'm sure it is a different thing entirely. Sorry, I'm like kind of floating off. I wanted to take a nap before and it just didn't happen, so kind of floating off again. Hmm? No. Thank you. No. He actually stopped doing live streams. He's I don't know if you know this or not, but he had he lost a son a little while ago, and he's centering his attentions on his family and his life for a little while.
You talking about Dizzy?
Yeah, King's Disaster was inquiring about why he hasn't seen a Dizzy live in a while.
Okay, yeah. I keep forgetting I got the camera over by the car.
It's all right. Hey, Jimmy C, how you doing?
So I don't know. Can you see? Now you thread the rivet nut
Yep.
onto the machine or to the gun or whatever you want to call it.
Thanks, buddy. I don't feel great, but I'll let it go.
All right, a quarter inch is not big enough. We're gonna have to go a little bigger.
Alrighty.
It won't.
3/8, I say.
We need it bigger. So let's see. What's the next size? Bigger?
5/16, 3/8.
No. 0.257. We'll try that. It's a machinist drill index I'm using, Captain.
I know next to nothing about machining personally from experience, but I've picked up a few things from watching videos. That's about the extent of my machining experience. I used to watch people make stuff on a lathe.
All the drill bits are decimal.
Okay. Yeah. Later, KDG. See you, bud.
This is the only pain in the butt about this whole thing. Now you gotta unscrew the.
Yeah, you set it and then you have to unscrew it.
Yep.
That sure is a pain in the butt. I wonder if you could use a screw gun on the back of it to unscrew it so it doesn't take forever. Just saying.
Oh, clock's going off.
Tessa, how you doing?
Okay. Something happened to the. Something happened to the rivet nut. Let's see if it still screws in down here.
Sure. Yeah, it's sunny up. It's sunny in my area too.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna have to order some steel rivet nuts because the aluminum ones just aren't cutting it.
But they just busting through.
Yeah.
That sucks. I'm sorry, buddy.
Hey, it is what it is. You only learn You learn by experience, I guess. And
Sometimes.
I don't have too much experience in this. So yeah, I don't know. Can you see that? It pulled part of the threads off the one that I just set.
Oh yeah.
So, and when I was getting ready to set, instead of keep walking, I'm going to move the camera. So yeah, it pulled the threads off. So when I was getting ready to thread the next one on, it wouldn't thread on all the way because it was hitting on those. Now I got to clean the threads off of that one. So it looks like I'm going to need steel inserts rather than these aluminum ones. So we'll have to order some of those.
I wonder if they have a stainless steel option.
I don't know. I'll have to take a look and see when I get on their website. Name of the company's called Home Pro.
Okay.
And let's see if I can find here. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
So there's their webpage. So, but we were pretty much done for the day because this was the project at hand for today. And you got to love these things because they're left-handed threads. So no more righty-tighty and, you know. So I'm going to have to clean this off. I wonder if I could thread it off. Oh, yeah. So.
Hey, Tom.
What?
Mantis is asking, is that SS a 4-speed or auto?
The Camaro is a 5-speed, Tremec 5-speed. The only thing that is Chevrolet on that car is the 68 is the body. Well, here, let me crank this up a little bit. So, yeah, the only thing left on the left at 68 is the body. It's got a Heights 4-link with a Curry rear end in the back with 370 posi Detroit Locker rear end, Tremec 5-speed, and a Chevrolet Ramjet or GM high performance Ramjet 350 in it. And then the front suspension is Heights Pro G front suspension with tubular A-frames, and then coilover shocks. So that's the car.
No problem, Tessa. No problem, Mantis.
Well, if we got time, I'll just sit there and pull the camera off the tripod and let everybody take it and go around the car.
If you want. It's your show, bud. Let's do it.
Everybody wants to see the car since my project that I had planned for today just went tits up, as we used to say in the Air Force.
Sure. No problem.
All right, let me get cleaned up here a little bit.
Yeah, take your time. It's your show, man. You want to give us a tour? Give us a tour. I'm not objectionable to it.
You guys want a tour? What are they saying in the chat there, Captain?
They say, sounds like a great package. Camaro.
Oh, why are everybody's on here? Here is the other camera that I had for the car. I don't know, can you see that? And it bolted onto the license plate frame.
Oh, okay.
All right. and you were able to swivel it here and adjust it up and down.
I see. Nice.
I'm not using this one, so if anybody wants it and you're willing to pay for shipping charges, and I'll put it in a flat rate box. It looks like it'll probably fit in a medium flat rate box.
Probably. Yeah, that won't fit in a small.
No, it'll have to be a medium, one of
Yep.
the rectangle ones. And anybody wants it and you're willing to pay for shipping, which would probably be about 12, 14 bucks, let me know and I'll ship it to you.
$14.85.
$14.85. There you go.
Unless it went up, because it is the beginning of the year.
Oh yeah, you get the post office.
It is the beginning of the year. That's when the shipping prices go up. Is the start of the year. So.
Okay, we're going to take a commercial break here. Grant Hubbard is giving a giveaway for a camera. So if you're not a subscriber to Grant's channel, hop over to Grant's channel and become a subscriber and get into the giveaway.
Cool.
End of commercial break.
Yay.
So shall we open the garage and look at rainy Las Vegas?
Rainy Las Vegas. Why does it sound like this? Why does that sound like the title of a bad movie?
Huh?
Rainy Las Vegas. Why does it sound like the title of a really bad movie?
I don't know. It's chilly and it's rainy. So if everybody doesn't mind the shaky cam, we will give you the nickel tour on the car. Thank God I got a 20-foot cord on this.
Oh, you spraying for the extra long USB cord?
Yeah.
I did too. I got me a 15-footer.
Now we're pulling the laptop all over the place, and I don't want that hitting the floor.
Yeah, I don't really need a 20-foot cord for this tiny little place because my apartment doesn't really have 20 feet of space in it. I'm not kidding.
So this is under the hood.
Oh yeah, there you go.
And then you can see the sway bar down there. Then the rack and pinion, the boot for the rack and pinion right there. Tubular A-frame, and the lower tubular A-frame, and then the coilovers right there.
Oh yeah, nice.
Blue wood brakes all the way around. Okay. Interior isn't done. We're in the process of doing the stereo. So I don't know if you can see any of that.
Oh yeah.
And then let me get this. I don't know. Can you see anything?
I can see the meatball. I can see a muffler. I can see a suspension.
Let's go around the other side.
I can see more suspension. Oh, there she blows.
And there's the 4-link.
Yeah.
And the rear brakes are wheel wood too. In the trunk, you got the battery, you got the kicker subwoofer, and then the power amp.
So when you hit 88, does your flux capacitor let you travel back to 1955?
No, 1968.
68. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I can't go further back than 68.
Okay.
You know, the car, vintage.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay. So there was a nickel tour. God, what are we going to do for the next? Usually stay on for 2 hours.
Well, you could teach us how you could actually teach us your yoga routine.
Teach the yoga routine. What? Fat old man getting up and down off the garage floor.
Oh yeah, well that's a form of martial arts.
Okay.
Has it been around the block, Tom? That's what Tertessa wants to know.
Has it been around? Actually, it's been since we put it in. It's got a new speedometer in it. It's got 79 miles on it.
Sweet.
Yeah. Kenny Street Rodder has a friend with a lift, and we were going to put the tailpipes on one time, and I drove it down to his place, and we got it up on the lift, but the tailpipes were for stock rear suspension of a Camaro, and everybody knows that's leaf spring. And this has a coilovers, and right where the tailpipe had to go through was right where the coilovers were. So I got to take it to a muffler shop, and they're going to have to rebend the tailpipes to get the tailpipes on it. But yes, I have driven it. I've driven it a lot. Second gear is very fun in that car. Very fun.
Well, first gear is like a creep.
First gear is like, I mean, because of the gears in the rear end, first gear is like, okay, time to shift.
Yeah, that's a creep gear.
But second gear is if you put the power to it, it'll just break the whole rear end loose and you're sideways.
Yeah, that's same thing. I've seen that like a million times. Like freaking people get the 5-speed going, and then there was a Nova in the town I used to live in. It's called Enfield. There was a Nova that used to creep around there. It's like a late '60s Nova, and it had he put a Corvette engine in it, and that thing was an absolute mess. You know, it was full of Bondo and freaking, like just rusty as crud, dude. It was just nasty looking. You know, it was red and patchy and like primered up and stuff like that. So he would creep around a corner in first, right? Going real slow. And as soon as he hit freaking second gear, it's instant smoke, dude. I'm like, oh my God. It's hilarious to try to watch this guy try to drive this car down the road.
And I just stumbled on that by accident too, by hitting second gear. One time I just sat there in first gear, ramp, and then pull it into second. Gave it a little bit too much gas, and next thing I know, it's sideways.
Yep.
Okay, that's enough.
Oh man.
So, yeah, this has been 12-year project in the garage completely. Everything done by me in the garage.
Hmm.
It started off. If you saw some of my thumbnails on some of my other videos, I use old pictures of it.
Yep.
It started off as a car from Reno, so they had snow and ice and all that crap on the roads up there. So it was a rust bucket. I had to replace both quarter panels. I had to section out the trunk pan, taillight panel, and rear lower valence on the taillight panel. So yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen people go the extra distance with their Camaros, dude. Another fella in a garage gang that comes to mind is Double R Restorations.
Mm-hmm.
Overkill is like, yeah, that's definitely overkill, buddy.
Actually, the guy who's really going all out, and I'm not going to say overkill because that wouldn't do Roger justice. Roger is building exactly what he wants for a Camaro, and that's Fireman 164. And you need to look at him because he has taken that car all the way down to I mean, he's cut the whole floor pan out of it, pretty much, and he's taken it down and he's putting it back together exactly the way he wants a '68 Camaro to be.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And and he's very meticulous, and he does awesome work. I really love watching his videos. But yeah, but I know who you're talking about, Russ.
Yep.
R&R.
Yeah, Double R Restoration. Shandog, how you doing? Good to see you. And Tertessa says he's 10 years into a Fargo truck.
Okay. Cool.
That's cool.
That is cool. Yeah. I don't care how long it takes. I mean, I just want it back together my way. I mean, it's Chevrolet may have built the car originally, but I'm putting a Camaro together the way I wanted it.
Yeah, you find a pile of rust, dude. You build it into what you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
You want it to be a rat rod, it's a rat rod. You want it to be a freaking nice, tight, freaking like original ride, then that's what it is. You know, you want a freaking you want that water to bead right off of it, or do you want the water to sink into the freaking rust? I mean, it's up to you. You know,
Yeah.
whatever you'd like, however far you're willing to go with, your abilities and your budget. Well, that's how that's how far you're gonna take it.
Exactly. Yeah, I had in 1975, I had a 68 Camaro SS 396 4-speed. And my wife at the time weighed 105 pounds and was just skinnier and all. And it had no power steering. It had power disc brakes. It was a 4-speed car. And I had just finished building the 396, and I would have guesstimated probably 400, maybe 475 horsepower, somewhere in there, because I did put a lot of money into it and built it up. And the car was killer. I mean, it was killer. It was fast. And so my brother at the time up in Illinois had a 1968 Chevrolet Impala Custom Coupe, and I had to get a family car because I was married. So I traded him cars. He got the better end of that deal, but I traded him cars. And my wife I never let her drive the car, and she was pissed at me all the time. So now, as soon as this gets done, she gets to drive it. So I probably get out of the doghouse after this year will be 45 years of marriage.
Oh, come on.
So, but she's driven all my other Camaros. I had a 2001 SS. She's driven that. She couldn't drive the 2010 SS because it was 6-speed, and she couldn't drive the ZL1 because that also was 6-speed. So
what's different about a 6-speed?
It's a manual transmission, and she can't drive manual.
Why not?
Because nobody's never taught her how to do it.
Do you teach your wife how to drive stick?
Yeah. I taught my youngest son how to drive stick in this car before we tore it apart because it was a 3-speed on the floor. And here, let's see if I can do this. Hang on, bear with me. And I don't know, I can't see what you're looking at, but that's my ZL1 when I had it. And you can see, and if you look in the back, you can see the Camaro without the tail light panel, and the trunk pan's gone because you can see the rear shocks and everything.
Huh. Well, I've never had a Camaro. I had a Firebird for a brief period of time. I got to drive it around the farm for a little bit, and then somebody smashed the bejesus out of it, and it went to the junkyard.
Oh, that's no fun.
I know who did it.
See, when Pat was a freshman in high school, I picked up a 1969 Firebird for a father and son project to restore it, just to get it going and everything else. For him, for when he was a junior, he got his driver's license that he'd be able to drive the car. Well, it wasn't going fast enough for him, so he told me he didn't want to work on the car or work on it anymore. So the father and son project got sold. And then what he got was a 1991 RS Camaro convertible that I picked up at an auto auction for $500, and that was
Oh
his.
wow.
So we went from getting ready to restore a 1969 Firebird to
Yeah.
a 1991 Camaro convertible that needed, and I had to put a transmission in it, and we had to put a new convertible top on it. So we went from there to there. So
my Firebird was an 80.
okay, that was a cool body style that year.
It was. It
Yeah.
was. Just it was unfortunate that, I got thrown out of the house, my grandmother's place, or my aunt's place, whatever you want to say. There's some contention there, but it was my aunt's place, and after I got thrown out, they took it upon themselves to smash the car, smash the windows, and freaking do all kinds of foolish things to it, and just make it completely unusable. Every
That
panel, every panel was unsavable. They did unspeakable things to the engine. The engine was only like a little 2.8 V6 anyway, but that's not the point. The point was that you know they smashed the car. They made it completely unusable. So
I see Johnny.
my uncle, my hey Johnny Five, my uncle put it up on a flatbed and he got rid of it. I'm pretty sure they went and put it in the demos. They put some engine in it and put it in the demos. Either that or it went to the junkyard. I don't remember which.
That sucks. Uh-oh. My granddaughter's in the chat. Hi,
Chris.
Evelyn. It's not. It's Evelyn, Captain. That's Evelyn.
Oh,
she's using.
hi. How you doing?
She's using her mother's YouTube handle.
Oh, how you doing?
So, Evelyn, where's your dad? See if we get him on here. I wonder if he texted me anything.
I don't know. Who's your dad? I seen Chrissy there. I don't see any other nobles in there.
Yeah.
I see Tessa, and I see Shandog, and I see Johnny Five, and David Collins, and that's it.
Okay. All right. Well, we've been on an hour, and I sat there an hour into this, and I couldn't finish the project at hand that I wanted to do. So,
hey, you know what? That gives you an extra hour to go spend with your family.
Yep. So, see, was Jimmy C in here earlier?
He was.
Okay. He's supposed to do a live tonight. I might jump on.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Yeah.
So,
definitely.
We're going to go ahead and call this for today.
Sure.
I want to thank Captain Jerk for giving me a hand here. I really appreciate it.
Hey, no problemo, Dave.
And here's the camera, and then here's the laptop. So, if I can hold the laptop up next to the camera, see, and go like this, I can be able to do it. But nah. So I want to thank Captain Jerk for coming in and giving me a hand. I want to thank Shandog, David Collins, Johnny Five, Jimmy C, my granddaughter Evelyn. He's watching the baby. Well, tell him we're going off the air, and we'll pick this up. We'll do next Friday's show because I like reading the chat and sitting there answering everybody's questions more so than anything else in this.
I know. I was reading the chat when I was saying thank you. I was like, thanks, Dave. Oh no, it's Tom. Dave. So, anyway.
So everybody have a good weekend. And we'll pick this up next Friday at my regular time.
Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.